Okay, just a moment.
Yeah, John, Carly said she's going to join right now, so
Okay,
she'll be coming on in a second.
okay.
Okay, it's recording.
Recording, great. Okay, Cal, there she is.
Great.
Okay, so she's with us. Okay, Rodney. So if you just want to start off by stating your name and where you live and a little bit about yourself.
Okay,
And as I ask the questions, what would also be helpful is if you repeat back a little bit of the question to me as well.
gotcha.
So, my name is, I live in,
Okay,
and so forth. So, yeah, if you just want to tell us a little bit your name, where you
okay,
live, and a little bit about yourself.
okay. My name is Rodney Green, Greene. I live in Evanston, Illinois. Um, I am now into doing voiceovers and background acting on a few of the TV shows here in Evanston. I was the city clerk for 8.5 years before I retired. And I worked for Northwestern University for 20 years, uh, teaching med students and postdocs surgical skills to get hearts ready for transplant. How to open up the chest, take vessels out the leg, and do cabbages on the heart itself, sewing the vessels to the heart. So that's a little bit about me, and now I'm doing the love of thing, which is my acting.
That's
Uh,
amazing.
hmm
So tell me, Rodney, like, when did the pain? It was in your knee.
yes.
When did the pain start for you, and how did that happen?
Uh, Whew, I've had pain problems for quite a while now. When I went to see the doc, it was really bone on bone on the left, and then I had the right one done as well. But I had the first procedure on the left knee done in June of 2019, maybe 2018. I keep getting the years mixed up. But I think after the third week of the procedure, with the sprint, it's a lot of the pain had disappeared, and it's just a wonderful thing that it gave me the ability to move around better. The stiffness wasn't there anymore. The pain wasn't there. I'm sorry, it was my right knee first, and so it was just a great experience, and that's why I decided to go have the second one done 6 months later. I can sit up a little longer. Still having little problems with walking, but it's not because of the pain. It's because the swelling. Because I got uh, lymphedema in both legs now. Well, basically the left leg, but it didn't have anything to do with the surgical procedure itself. The sprint has really helped a lot because I can move around a lot more. I have a little bit more mobility than I had before. And so it's to me, I think it's one of the best things that anybody could have if they want to bypass the surgical part. If you just want to get rid of the pain in your knee, elbow, whatever, I would suggest that you go do that. You would be very pleased with what happens after it's over with.
That's cool, Ronnie. That's so good to hear. Can you tell me a little bit more about what kind of impact did the pain have on your work and family, relationships, your quality of life? How did the pain affect that? And can you start by saying that the
Right.
pain affected it?
Yeah. Well, the pain affected me in quite a way because I couldn't participate in my sports like I wanted to. I couldn't do walking. I couldn't walk the dog as long as I used to do. Um, Standing alone was a problem. So even washing dishes, standing up too long would ache. Riding in a car would ache, and it was just debilitating. So at that point, it was to the point that it was almost bringing tears in my eyes every day. And that's why I went on and did the procedure. So I had the procedure done just to see if it would take the pain away. And pooh, lo and behold, I got all of the best results that I could get out of it.
Wow, that's great to hear. how long did you suffer with pain before you sort out the treatment?
Ooh, maybe about a year. Um, I kept putting it off because I thought it would go away. Like most men, you don't want to go. You don't listen to your wife. You sit around. You you try to do it yourself. But finally, she just said, you need to go and see about that. And so we went in, had the consultation, and then we decided to try it. And my wife pushed me, and that's what I went and did. And that was a great thing. I'm glad she pushed me.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Did you try any other forms of treatment or medication before Sprint?
Yeah, before Sprint, I had the cortisone shots. They didn't last long for me. Some other folk it would last okay, but for me, after I got the cortisone shot, it was maybe a week later that the pain was back again. Um, I had maybe 2 or 3 shots of cortisone, and realized that wasn't working for me. I needed something else, and that's when the idea of having the Sprint stimulator PNS put in to see if it worked for me. I wanted to get both knees done at the same time, but he said, no, 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 you can't do that. We just try one at a time. So we tried that one, and we knew that the other one had to be done, but it wasn't as bad as my left knee, my right knee. My right knee was really bone on bone, and the left knee was getting there, but it wasn't quite as bad. So we waited, and I think 6 months later down the road, I did the left knee as well.
And how did you hear about Sprint PNS?
Ooh. I think I was talking to Dr. Tafor, and he mentioned oh goodness, my Dr. Singh, my Dr. Shaw. I'm sorry, and then I got to talk to Dr. Shaw, and he gave me some ideas of what was going on, and I said, well, if that's the case, let's try it just to see how it works. And I think I got most of the information from Dr. Shaw. And from that point on, we went on from planning when I to come in and had the procedure done.
Great. Was there someone from SPR that you were connected with as well?
It was what's his-
It's Jeff.
Jeff. Yeah, you go. Yeah. I was going to say the tall 6'2" guy, but it was Jeff, and we talked. He explained what would go on before the procedure started, and he gave me a call about every other week just to check on me, see how things were going. And he
Awesome. Hey, Rodney, can you start that sentence again? Sorry, just like when I met
Okay.
with Jeff from SPR.
Yeah, when I met Jeff, he basically explained to me what the procedure would go on, how long would have to have the PNS put in, and from that point, he gave me the brochures to read about it. I looked up on it and I said, okay, this is something I want to do. And again, Jeff would call me like every other week just to check up on me and see how I was doing and how the pain was going. And I explained to him about the third or fourth week, I told him, I said, Jeff, the pain is almost gone. I can move around a lot better than I did before. He said, wow, that's pretty good. He said, because most times it takes a little longer, but I guess I was determined to make sure that I got out and got back to some kind of normality as soon as I could.
That's great. And so tell me, how are you doing now? Like, what are you able to do now that you weren't able to do
Okay.
before treatment?
Well, right now, I can vacuum the house, vacuum the floors. I can walk the dog a little longer than what I was doing before. I can stand at the kitchen sink a little longer. I can also stand and cook longer than I did before. They don't have to sit down. I do laundry as well. And before the weather got bad, I even helped my wife with the gardening outside. So it's been it really helped to get me back to some normality. I can't dance like I used to because I'm still getting used to it, but it's getting there. and my wife